Hello everybody. Today we are going to explain the worksheet that you were supposed to do. So I am going to explain the solution and show you how to write a good outline. First of all, let's read the prompt. The prompt says, overcoming poverty is not a gesture of charity, it's an act of justice. So this quote shows that our prompt or our topic is about fighting poverty, and that fighting poverty is something that shows justice in society. It's not charity. So in a well-organized essay of 150 to 200 words, explain the above quote, stating three solutions in which poverty might be fought. Okay, here's the essay. I'm going to read the introductory paragraph, explain everything, and then we move to body one, body two, and to the conclusion. Then we'll see how to form an outline. First of all, let's look at the title, Fighting Poverty. This is the title of the lesson and of the essay, and the title should be related since our essay is talking or suggesting solutions to prevent poverty. So the title should be related. So fighting poverty, this title shows that I'm going to talk about some measures that we can do in order to fight poverty. Let's first start. Poverty is defined as the general scarcity of any material possession or money. Now, this is the first sentence of the introductory paragraph. Okay, this is the first sentence, sentence number one. The first sentence in an introduction is called a hook. And I have told you that there are many kinds of hooks. Here, I chose the definition hook in which I defined poverty. So I started with a definition. So this is the hook. Now we move to background information. It is a multidimensional concept and encompasses the social, political, and economic status of an individual. The concept of poverty is dynamic and it may differ in each society. Now, here, these are called background information. It means here I'm giving a general idea about poverty or prior knowledge. What do I know about poverty? Now I move to the last sentence in the introductory paragraph, which is the thesis statement, and it's the most important part. There are various just and equitable policies can be helpful in uplifting the standards of the poor in the society. So there are various ways, different policies, different measures that we can do in order to help the poor people in our society. Okay, now we move to the first body paragraph. So let's just highlight this as a thesis. So this is the first sentence that you have to write in the outline. Okay, so in the outline, in the introduction part, you just write the thesis statement. So this is the thesis statement. Now we move to body one. One of the measures that can be adapted, check here, this is very important. One of the measures that can be adapted to encounter poverty is food security. So this is the first measure, food security. Almost half of the world, that is over 3 billion people, lives on a marginal income of less than $2.50 per day. So here also supporting details. I'm giving more details. I'm giving more examples. The marginal income makes survival impossible. It is insufficient to cover for the basic necessity of food, clothing, and shelter. Inadequate food forces people to desperate measures. If the government can design policies to provide food in minimum prices to the poor, it can give them an opportunity to use their income to provide for the other basic necessity. So, food security is the first measure. It means we can divide food equally on poor people. We can give these people food, and we can also increase the marginal income that people are getting in order to have um, enough money at least to get the basic necessities they need in their life. So this is the first measure. So this is the first main idea in body 1. Now we move to body 2. Another measure to fight poverty is by generating more employment. See how clear it is? Generating more employment. This is the second measure to generate more employment. The people beyond poverty line are uneducated and make up for the unskilled labor population of the country. What do we mean first by generating more employment? We mean that we have to make more available jobs, more available, let's say, work for these people in order to allow them work and get money. So the people beyond the line of poverty, who are very poor, they are uneducated. They have never went to any school, and they are unskilled. They do not know how to do anything. Both public and private investments can be helpful in generating more employment for the population of the unskilled labor. Unskilled labor, as we said, are the workers that do not know how to work. Another policy that can be adopted is to provide a minimal training. So, to train these people, the people who are unskilled, train them, teach them some skills in order to allow them to be employable. So this is the second main idea of body 2, generating more employment, and the information after are supporting sentences or supporting details. Now we move to the concluding paragraph. As we said in the concluding paragraph, we have to wrap up or sum up the whole essay, and at the same time we have to restate what the thesis statement mentioned. So the ideas presented above show how the issue of poverty can be resolved. This phenomenon, which is haunting the developing world, needs to be tackled seriously, needs to be followed, to be solved seriously. Governments, with the help of NGOs, as I told you before, NGOs are the non-governmental organizations, need to step up efforts in order to deal with this problem and help all humans to live a life of dignity. So in this paragraph, I summed up what was stated in the essay. I restated the thesis but using different words also. Let's now move to the outline. Check this. In the introduction, as I told you, we just wrote the thesis statement. That's it. There are various just and equitable policies can be helpful in uplifting the standards of the poor in the society. So, in the introduction, you just write the thesis. Body 1, what is the main idea of the first paragraph? It's food security. What are the supporting details? Design policies to provide food in minimum prices to the poor and give them an opportunity to use their income to provide for the other basic necessity. The second main idea was generating more employment. Generating more employment for the population of the unskilled labor. This is the first one. And the second was training the unskilled labor in order to make them more employable. In the conclusion, we just tried the concluding sentence. Governments, with the help of NGOs, need to step up efforts in order to deal with this problem and help all humans to live a life of dignity. So you just write the concluding sentence in the conclusion. This is the way we write an outline. That was very easy because you have the essay in front of your eyes, so you are just copying everything. All you're doing is writing the information as phrases information, not as complete sentences.